Da 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 da. Alright, so you guys are gonna be loving this. What if I'm joking? So, this is actually gonna be part one of the new series I was talking about. I have many new series that are coming up. Like I said, there's one where Deku, he's going to be combat medic, plant manipulation. But this is the one that I was talking about yesterday. Quite honestly speaking, I had a whole lot in mind for this one. This one, what if? This one, what if? I had a lot in mind with this one, what if? So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm not gonna lie. So this is, what if Deku in Class 1A were in Tower of God? I know, right? So yeah. So where do I start this off? Can't start this off in Japan or anything like that. How about, you know what? Alright, this is when Zuko was like 2. Alright, when he was 2, there was an earthquake. Everybody thought that it was an earthquake that was going to destroy the earth, but in reality it was this giant tower. In Tower of God there are said to be 135 levels, 35 levels. That's the only amount we know right now, but we don't know if there's more. But like, I'm gonna have to bump that up to 1,000. Alright, 1,000. I'll probably make it higher as we go, but yeah. So this is when Bomb is ranked number 2. Why am I saying rank number 2? Because rank number 1 has never been seen, and plus I don't think Bomb will ever get to meet rank number 1. So basically, this is after Bomb met Enryu and stuff like that. This is after Bomb met Enryu, trained under Enryu. He beat Enryu, and then he went on to Jihad, clapped Jihad. He killed Rachel, and he got with Yuri. Why did I say Yuri? Because I ship the two of them. I'm not gonna lie. I ship him and Yuri. I'm not gonna lie. I ship him with Yuri. I ship him with Yuri Jihad. I know, right? Surprisingly, I ship him with Yuri Jihad. So, yeah. Like, fuck. Like, shit. Well, shit. Because the way things are going, I'd rather Rachel dead more than anything. So, this is what not Bomb. Shit. This is what Deku's gonna look like. So, yeah, Bomb is basically king of the tower. King of the tower. He doesn't like to say that he's king. He just mastered the tower and beat Jihad, because he didn't take up the role as king. Alright, he didn't take up the role as king. Like Jihad, he is now ranked 4th. Enryu ranked 3rd. Bomb ranked 2nd. And what was the name of the first rank? First is Fantamina. Then comes Enryu. No. First Fantamina. Then comes Bomb. Then comes Enryu. Then comes Jihad. Then comes Yurik Mizuno. Yeah, because he's actually ranked under Jihad. Surprisingly, right? He's ranked under Jihad. Like shit. Like rank 2nd is rank 3rd. Like 4th is Yurik Mizuno. So he beat Mizuno. He beat Mizuno once, but that was because Mizuno was going easy on him. But this time, when he beat Mizuno, Mizuno completely lost, alright? So yeah, he married Yuri, because, I'm like, shit, like, who wouldn't ship the two of them? So yeah. So Bomb has immortality. He has immortality. Since we don't know much about his mom or his dad, we'll just leave those two on a blank slate right now. So yeah. Oh, and he beat White. He beat Karaka. Fog tried to get him back, but he beat Fog as well. He destroyed Fog and stuff like that, but he didn't destroy his teacher, because like that nigga taught him everything. So yeah. So we skip to 12 years later, when Deku is 14 with Class 1A. This is gonna be hard. All right. So while Deku and Class 1A are in class, the weirdness of that one sentence, ew. So while they're in class, they just see this hand, like the same hand that Bomb saw at the beginning of the anime, just grab them. As all of a sudden they find themselves in this place basically, place where the first level is. They get told everything by the guardian, and as they explain that they have to go fight that thing. As everybody, as Bakugo cocky as hell and shit like that. Should I bring All Might into this? Actually, yes, because he has a chance of getting healed in here. So yeah. So all the teachers are here. Let's just say class 1A, class 1B, and their teachers are here. And quite honestly, by all their teachers, I mean only by all their teachers. No, you know what? Nezu came. Nah, not Nezu. Let's just say that there is what's that shit called again? Yo, did my ass go slow and forget everything about Tower of God? No, Shinsu, yeah. I didn't forget, thank God, because I've been watching a whole lot of I did not watch season 2 of Tower of God. I did not watch it because I already read it, and plus the graphics is ass, so I don't have to worry about that. So yeah, quite honestly, I'm waiting for the rest of season 3. Like, when is that shit gonna come back, bro? We left off on a cliffhanger. Are they gonna save this nigga Bomb's teacher or not? Cause did you not see this? Yo, if you did not see what this nigga looks like in the manga, bro, like how they massacred my boy. Look how they massacred my boy. Yo, nigga was massacred. I was like, shit. We all thought he was dead. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna say this now. I'm gonna say this immediately. You know the Jihad princess that uses lightning, a part of the Kun family? I hate her. I hate her. I hate her with a passion. I hate her on the same level I hate Rachel, bro. I hate her with a passion. Bro, I'm telling you this now. The first time I saw her, not her data self, but the first time I saw her, I hated her with a passion. A passion. I hate her. Like, her entire existence might as well rot in hell. Like, I'd rather her dead. Like, I hate her with a passion. So yeah, her and Rachel got my hate. I'm not gonna lie. That Jihad princess, the pink-haired one, the one that's lazy as hell and always on the game. I'm getting creepy vibes from her. Like, dead ass, I get creepy vibes from her. But like, thanks to her, Yuri could find the man that she loves. Like, we all know that. Like, shit, we all know that she loves him, but she just doesn't want to say it. But anyways, because we got some straightforward princesses, like that extremely strong one. I forgot her name. I'm dead ass. Like, let me describe her. The one that was on Rachel's team in season 1. Yeah, she was straightforward. She legit said, like, I don't know if you read season 2, but like, spoiler alert, right? Like, when they were fighting, when like it was volley, like when he was basically volley and stuff like that, and trying to protect his friend, she said, when you come back, I want that date. Like, she was so straightforward about it too. Shit. But anyways, so they get grabbed as they explained everything as Bakugo and friends thinking that they could destroy the shit things since they have their quirks, and yes, they do have their quirks. Everybody got their abilities and tests and stuff like that. As they said their classes, everybody got something else except Deku. He only got wave controller. So yeah, he got wave controller. I know, right? He can use Shinsu. He got wave controller. So, he's not gonna have the same ability as Bomb. He's only gonna have the black hole sphere. That's the only thing he's gonna have. Like, anything else, like the thorns and anything like that, nah. I'm not making him like Bomb because, well, we need Bomb to have his power when he meets Deku. Like, Bomb, he's still nice and stuff like that. He doesn't have that, like, he's not ruthless like Jihad is. Like, that nigga Jihad, I don't even want to say it. This man's took my man's Bomb and choked him. I'm not gonna lie. I think Jihad is Bomb's dad. I'm dead ass, cause like if you see the two's eyes, I mean like, but still, I don't. No. Cause Jihad has yellow eyes and Bomb has gold eyes, but like it's probably his mom that has like brown eyes or something like that. Cause his eyes look like a rusty gold. Like his eyes look like a rusty gold. So yeah. So like a dirty type gold. But anyways, Jihad is still alive because, well, the whole thing with the administrator immortality and shit like that. Bomb didn't kill him, he just beat him and shit like that. He got the key, he went upwards and shit like that. So Bomb, he's currently on the 900th floor. Yeah. So Class 1A see that Deku's a wave controller and they think that he's weak because, well, he's using Shinsu and, well, not many people use Shinsu because they're ass at it and they're thinking Deku's gonna be ass at it too. So everybody helped Deku get to the 20th floor after taking the whole test and shit like that. And since they're irregulars, they could take the thing. They could take the test. And Deku, he went to the current, I think like no. What's that nigga's name? I legit was thinking of his name right now. The one that was on the same team with Yuri when they first went on the same team with Yuri. I legit forgot his name. Like I was Labor. Yeah, Labor. I'm not gonna lie. Like out of all the characters in Tower of God, apart from Bomb and Yuri, Labor was one of my favorites. Like Kun, I'm cool with him. I'm chill with him. But like shit, like he's in fourth place. He's in fourth. Rock is fifth. But like Labor, he's definitely in third. I like Labor. Like this man. Like tell me in the comments who's your favorite character in Tower of God. But like I'm kind of wasting time here. Shit, I spent a whole 12 minutes about talking this shit. Okay, I know. Let me refresh that. Alright, let's get into it. So, they help Deku get to the 20th floor where they get him a house, and they think that he's weak, so they give him a decent amount of money. They order a hotel and stuff like that. I don't know who the ship is gonna be, so you guys can say the ship. It's probably gonna be Hatsume. Quite honestly, I feel like making it Hatsume. Let's say Hatsume got dragged on. Yeah, she's gonna be a light bearer. Yeah, Hatsume's gonna be a light bearer. Yep, Hatsume's the ship. Okay, let me get a picture of this is what Hatsume is gonna look like. Hold on. Because my ass just became fat. Well, not really fat, but I gained, what, like 5 pounds. I just ate pizza. And I regret it all. Because now I don't even feel like doing this video. I feel like sleeping my ass off. But anyways. So this is what Hatsume is gonna look like. This is what Deku looks like. You know what? I knew the character, but my ass is too slow to remember anything because I haven't watched anime in a while. So yeah, whether it's anime or any fictional character, I forget. My ass forgets everything. Why? Because I'm too busy reading. I'm a failure. No, don't turn that way, bitch. Okay, so they they buy a house together and stuff like that, but while Deku is sleeping, class 1A, they leave. Everybody, like the teachers, class 1A, they leave. Aizawa didn't want to do it, but they left. So Hatsume, she got in with them, but she had to sadly leave with them because she was forced to, and because they needed her as a light bearer. So yeah. Ah, fucking god. Ah, damn. Okay then. So, quick disclaimer. The way I think of Shinsu, it does not imply to. Well, it's still in the rules of Shinsu and Tower of God, but like it's kind of more advanced. All right, it's more advanced. All right, all right. So yeah. Bomb. He's gonna be like Jihad that can do every position, but he'd rather do like wave controller. All right. He'd rather do wave controller and sometimes fisherman. All right, that's all. All right, so he's mostly a wave controller type of person, like Bomb. But I think like Bomb can do like wave controller and fisherman, right? No, yeah, Bomb can do wave controller and fisherman. So, but like when it comes to like fisherman, like I think Jihad is better than Bomb, right? Yeah. So About the 13 months. The 13-month series. That that's a different topic. So like the jihad rings, the 13 months, they don't exist. Alright, they don't exist. Why? Because they had to fuse to make the key for Bomb to get and go to the 135th floor. Alright, so yeah. Alright then. So Jihad, he's on the 200th floor. He's trying to catch up to Bomb, but like we know damn well that Bomb will clap him again when he gets back. So yeah. So Jihad, he has his like adventurous spirit back from Bomb, and he'll want to like have a competition with Deku. Alright, Jihad and Deku will be very good friends in this, alright? And this one, Jihad won't have the same mentality he did in the anime. Yeah, everything happened, but that was in the past. This is like a million years to them. It's been a million years. To everyone outside, it's just been, to like on the outside for the tower, it's been like 1,000 years. All right. So yeah, Bomb and Jihad, they're cool. They see each other as rivals, and Deku will see Jihad as a rival and a friend as well. He'll do the same with Bomb. So yeah. So the three of them will be friends and stuff like that, and Deku will tell them about the outside world and how it is. And yeah, so god damn it. So Deku is left behind. He wakes up the next day and sees that nobody's there. Like he sees all their things packed and left, as he thinks, oh, so they left me. So the whole thing about the administrator didn't happen. Alright, it did not happen. As as Deku as Deku, he thinks back to what they told him. They said that there's an administrator, since he's a wave controller and an irregular, he has a chance of, well, making a contract with the administrator. And Deku didn't want to, but then he goes back and says, I'll meet the administrator. As he does meet the administrator. And the administrator says he looks like a tasty snack. And Deku says, go ahead, eat me. As the administrator says, are you sure? As Deku says, I mean, I have nothing else to lose. I mean, my classmates left me behind. The people I trusted the most left me behind. I don't know anybody in this place, so what's the point of staying here alive? Go ahead, take a big chunk out of me. Matter of fact, eat me whole. Swallow me, do whatever you want. As the administrator, he says, this kid has no life in his eyes. Like Deku's eyes, they're completely black now. Enryu, what will I do about Enryu? Deku will meet Enryu. He'll meet Enryu. He'll get taught about like how to make life with the whole red shinsu thing, and that's how his eyes will turn red like this. Like I have everything planned out. All right, so but all of these things won't like everything about like him meeting Enryu, Bomb, Jihad, they won't happen until like about 100 years later. So he'll meet the Poe Biden's family. I legit don't know how to spell his name, but like shit. So Rachel's dead. The treasure-seeking eel is still in the Poe Biden's family, and he's no longer the best wave controller. The head of the Poe Biden's family is no longer the best wave controller. It's actually Bomb. So yeah. So Deku, he means the administrator says, you know what? I can't take looking at your eyes. Your eyes are so dead inside. So, what do you want? As Deku says, quite honestly, immortality might be good, but out of everything, I want to have a better understanding of Shinsu. As he says, oh, why is that? As Deku says, I want to get stronger and get to the top. It doesn't have to be fast, but I'll do it in my time. As, like, no, you know what? It's been a billion years inside the tower. I'm sorry, cause like it's been a billion years and 1,000 years outside, cause I can't do that. Cause Deku and friends will be stuck inside the tower for 2 months. No, trillion years inside the tower. Sorry, I keep doing that. I'm sorry. I keep doing that. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's been a trillion years. All right. That's the final. That's the final one. A trillion years. So Deku and Class 1A will be stuck inside there for 2 months, and in that 2 months, it'll be 20 million years for them. All right. So yeah, and Deku's gonna be the first one to find the way out. No, yeah, because he's gonna get it from Bomb. Class 1A, they'll find the Poe Biden family and get the way out. Because in this one, I know there's a theory that he knows the way out, and I'm not putting that theory into play. I'm not putting that theory into play. I am really not putting it into play. It's just that he actually knows it, alright? He actually knows the way out. So yeah. So so Deku, he forms the contract with the administrator, and the administrator says, "I wish you luck in your conquest." As Deku says, "Yeah, sure." So Jihad, first one to form a contract. Bomb, 11th, and nobody has ever formed a contract with another administrator apart from Deku. So Deku is the 12th. Why am I putting Bomb at 10th? Because yeah. No. Bomb is the 14th. Because the 10 great family heads, Bomb's parents, and Jihad. Doesn't that make, yeah, that's 13. So Bomb is 14th, then comes Deku at 15. So yeah. So Bomb senses this and he says, "Oh, interesting. I wonder." As no. He doesn't have that mentality. He says, "Cool. I can't wait to meet this guy since he made a contract with an administrator, cause he's like that go getting Bomb, that nice ass Bomb." So yeah. So I don't know when Deku's why I plan. No, it got it, alright? Cause this is the first ship I made with Hatsume, and I'm gonna do it to the fullest of my potential. So shit. Alright. So alright. Let me get louder. Alright. So Deku, he goes back to his house as he gets money for killing things in the dungeon. As Deku, he goes sometimes, but that's only when he needs to pay his rent. Anything with food, he does not need anymore. Why? Because he uses shinsu manipulation. He manipulates the shinsu in his body to make it so that he doesn't need to eat. So basically, the more shinsu he gets, the easier it is for him to go by starvation. Cause alright, he turned his stomach into his shinsu storage. Apart from his core, he also has his stomach, his his head, his brain. So his brain is filled with shinsu. So it's makes it like easier for him to collect intel and stuff like that. So he can be a scout. He's alright. He holds every position. No, he holds every position, but he only use like for when he's fighting. Like sometimes he'd use scout. He'd use fisherman sometimes, and he's always using wave control. All right. So yeah. So I'm gonna create a new what if. I was gonna make it today, but I was like, no, don't want to. And that what if is gonna be what if Deku was the Blade Master, and I want you to think about what that means. So Deku, he's been meditating. He's been doing this training, the training that Bomb did from the guy with the yellow hair, the first one that works with fog, the circle thing, yeah. So he can only control 5 of the circles now, but it's getting faster for him. He's getting a better understanding of the Shinsu and stuff like that. And to make it even more OP, see Bomb, he only did it with the circles, but he concentrated and made a small ball of Shinsu in the middle. And he puts even more he keeps putting shinsu inside the ball, but the ball doesn't expand. Why? Because Deku, he's condensing the ball. He condensed it to the point where it made a black hole. So yeah, he made a black hole, but there's also another one. He did it again. He did it like the second time he did it, he didn't get a black hole. It was kind of like a neutron star. It was kind of like a neutron star. It's kind of like supernova, and then it turned into a neutron star. It kind of exploded, and then it got smaller. So yeah, it turned into a neutron star, and then Deku, he did it with one hand separately, and he got the black hole and the neutron star. As then he tried to do the two together. As he did the two together, but it was kind of different. This one, it was a black hole, but the inside was filled with neutron stars, and if anything touched them, they would explode. And then he made an orb, and then yeah, so and then he alright, so he went to no, the train was destroyed. No, Bomb got it fixed. Cause like who doesn't like the Hell train? So so the data was also restored and stuff like that. Yeah, the data was restored. It was fixed by Bomb. Bomb seems to be doing everything that's how. Unlike Jihad, who just goes around just doing his lazying around and shit like that. He just sleeps like some shit like that. So Deku, imagine Jihad actually turns out to be fat. Oh my god. So Deku, he went to the Hell train once, and he went to the secret floor, as he met the Kun family head, and he taught him about the orb and stuff like that. As Deku, he didn't plan to go higher than the 60th floor, because I think the Hell train was on the 60 floor 60, right? Yeah, it was on floor 60. Hold on, I think it's on floor 60, but I need to be. Alright, it's the 35th floor. See, I know I should have double checked, and I was right. So he went on it. He has another ticket, but he only went once. And he went and he got the whole orb thing. And he like Bomb knows about everything he's doing, and Bomb, he's just mesmerized, and Bomb sees everything he's doing, and he's just happy, cause he finds interest in Deku and thinks, oh my god, he's so smart, I want to learn from him, cause he thinks that he can learn something from Deku too, and he is. The whole training method, Bomb tried it too, and he saw that it was extremely hard. So he kept practicing and practicing, and he wondered, and he wants to know how Deku does it. So I will go to the bathroom real quick. I apologize. Okay, I'm back after 2 hours of doing some random shit. I was on TikTok, and I just saw a TikTok that said something about like how zodiac signs are after a breakup, and they said that Leos don't care. Quite honestly, you're kind of right, but like y'all be underestimating zodiacs, especially Leos. I'm a Leo, and personally speaking, bro, I'm the odd one out. Out of every Leo, I could say for myself, I'm the odd one out. Like, I'm the opposite of a Leo. They say Leos want attention. Buddy, I'm the opposite. I don't want attention. They say Leos don't care. I care. I care. I care. I don't get my heart broken, but I care. Like, if I get my heart broken, I wouldn't really care about that. But, like, yeah, if you in trouble, yeah, I care. I don't care. Like, you could be my ex and shit like that. You could have done me dirty. You could have cheated on me. You could have probably raped me. You could have abused me. I'd still look after you. Like, it doesn't really matter. Like, y'all really you looking down on zodiac signs and the possibilities. Like, shit. Life is full of endless possibilities. And it seems like I'm the odd one out of all Leos, I swear. If any Leos watching this, bro, tell me if you're ashamed of me or not. So, yeah, alright. I don't know where I left off. No, yeah, it was about Bomb looking over, Deku. Alright, let me make something clear about the Shinsu thing. Alright, Bomb, it's about the color of Shinsu now. Bomb has black shinsu, which represents the black hole sphere. He has black and blue shinsu, which is for the blue is for the water, the black is for the shinsu sphere. The red one is for blood, which is Enryu's, and Enryu taught him that one. Enryu still has his blood one. Deku, he'll have rainbow one. He'll have every color, which represents all the different elements. All right. So yeah. So basically, I'm probably gonna be redoing this, like redoing it right after I post it. Why? Because I talked a lot in it. Like, I legit wasted 12 minutes doing bullshit. All right. So yeah. So Deku, he went on the 25th floor on the floor of hell, and he met young Jihad and shit like that. And he fought young Jihad like Bomb did, and he fought young Bomb as well. He fought young Bomb, young Jihad, and yeah, and then he fought the two of them at the same time. And the two of them said, "This kid is exciting." Like, they were both excited as. Alright, so Jihad was smiling the whole time, and Bomb, son Bomb was fighting. He got into that ninja stance. So yeah, that's how you know they're going serious. Bomb started using the black hole sphere, so this was kind of getting hard for Deku. Until Deku whipped out the black hole sphere as well, and Bomb was like, shit. Then Bomb looked closely, and he saw that there was something inside that black hole sphere, and those were neutron stars. Now, fuck, you can hear that sound of my sandals. Flip flop head asses. Alright, so Deku, he here's the special skill that Deku has as a wave controller. Since he has a better understanding, he has like an outstanding understanding of Shinsu, like infinite of understanding. He is able to, like, Shinsu's gonna be going outside into the My Hero Academia world. He's gonna do that by asking Bomb to do it. Bomb's gonna say, alright, so yeah. So, but until then, let's get into it. So he has the ability. So Deku has the ability to replicate any Shinsu attack. Alright, so which means like that move that Bomb did to that golem, he can do it too. So it's not exactly as Bomb's, like every time Bomb gets hit with a move he can replicate it. Nah, it's different. After he sees the move, he can perfectly replicate it. So the solar move that Jihad used, he can use it. I'm telling you that now. That is the most fire move I have ever seen. And if older Jihad uses that move, bro, imagine how magnificent that move would be. Like, I'm telling you this now, that solar move was fire. I'm gonna show you it right now. Hold on. Cause look at this. Like, you telling me this is not fire? Bro, this is the most fire move I have seen out of the whole series. I'm dead ass here. Apart from Bomb's moves, Jihad's moves is looking fire, bro. Like, this is the only attack out of everything. The only attacks I want to see is Karaka's orb thing, the orb thing where it reflects the damage, the black hole thing. I want to see that, this, and Stardust. Alright, that's all I want to see. If I don't see those moves, I swear to God, I'm going to fight the creator. But then again, the anime is gonna make it look ass. But anyways, yes, I downloaded all my pictures back. So you guys will be getting back What If Deku and Minoru were kicked out of UA and shit like that, and the other what ifs. So yeah. So Deku, he beat Jihad and stuff like that, and he didn't. This time, the whole thing with it getting destroyed didn't happen. Why? Because this time they weren't so desperately trying to, beat Jihad. So this time, they could just sit down and relax and, enjoy the thing. As the Kun family head, yeah, he has a relationship with Bomb too. As they're cool friends, they're friends like him, young Jihad, young Bomb, and young Kun. They're doing cool. They're doing cool. They enjoy themselves. As when it's time for Deku to go, he waves him goodbye. They wave him goodbye and say, "We'll wait to see you again." As he said, "Yeah." So he goes back to the floor 20 and meditates. He goes to meditate again. But this time, instead of only being able to use 5 circles, he's able to use 30. He's able to use 30 now. Now, as he's using those 30, he's using 30 like shit. Like, I'm gonna tell you this now. Like, alright. So, for this move in particular, older Jihad, this move, it's gonna be much bigger for when older Jihad uses it. And, for the planets, instead of it being, there's 2 right here, 4 right here, and 8 at the top, and this one is gonna be, 2 times bigger, alright? So yeah, same goes for this one. So yeah, this is what May's gonna look like. And as you can see in the picture, there's a green eye and a yellow eye, so May's gonna have those different colors eyes. So You know the Ellis lighthouse that Kun has. Yeah, he's gonna be like he's gonna teach what the fuck May. All right, basically he's gonna get one for May. May's gonna learn it and stuff like that. So Deku he's able to use 30 now, which makes it faster for him. But not only that, he doesn't just do it behind him, but he makes it so that they surround him and makes it in layers. So he's doing it in more advanced. He's doing layers. Like he's surrounding himself in a ball of shinsu and putting layers in it. So he's able to use 30 layers basically, which makes it harder, which doesn't make it harder, but it makes it harder for him to get a feel of. It's getting hard for him to get adjusted to it since like the density of it is getting harder and harder as he met his power, and his power was that of an administrator. He has the power of the administrator. Like he has like no, it's not like the sense of the administrator, but like his power is equal to that of an administrator. He's able to fight us administrator and say, "Oh, I tied with an administrator." So yeah. So his power is strong, absolutely strong. It's abnormally strong. So yeah. So Deku, he decides, you know what, I'll go higher. As he decides to go higher, he goes to the 45th floor and he passes it. As Class 1A, they're already on the 100th floor. Why? Because they have the strength in numbers. And they're all thinking, oh, Deku's probably dead by now. Like, all of them. All of them, except for Hatsume. Why? Because she has a crush on Deku. Bakugo and Uraraka started dating at the time. Momo and Todoroki. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna actually... No. Nah. They all left Deku behind. And Jiro and Kaminari and stuff like that. All the, straight ships and stuff like that. And, for Sero, I don't know. Sero stays by himself. He finds a girl of his own. And all the other Jihad princesses... They died. They all died. They all died. They all died. Except for that, the Green Lizard one. Yuri just beat her and took the, Green April from her. So yeah, they all died except for, the one that said she wanted to go on a date with Bomb, Yuri, and the green-haired one. So yeah. So those are the only three that are alive. All the other ones are dead. Especially the Kun family one. She got the worst of it. And the one that went insane is still trapped. Hold on. So yeah, he goes back like every time he wants to meditate, he goes back down to the 20th floor. So Deku, out of all the Shinsu he can control, the ones he's the most efficient in is the black hole one, the black hole Shinsu, light Shinsu, and fire Shinsu. Alright? Fire Shinsu because of stars. He's able to make stars. The first time he made a star was with the flame, and it was extremely hard for him. It was it was when he was able to control 30 layers, alright? Deku, he had to condense Flame Shinsu a mass amount. He had to condense it a lot. He had to condense the flame so much. Like, it took him a whole 10 years of like, meditating inside that whole room. Like, he hasn't got out once. He's able to clone himself, actually. He's able to clone himself. He can clone himself with his hair, like Sun Wukong does, but he uses with his Shinsu. He infuses his hair with the Shinsu and turns it into himself. As he looks like this now and stuff like that, but he hasn't met Enryu, so his eyes are still black. Alright, his eyes are still black, he hasn't met Enryu yet. As the clones do basically the work they do. They don't do housework because, well, he doesn't really need them to do housework since he doesn't really need to eat or anything like that. So they only do like hunting and stuff like that. And the more that they hunt, the more layers he has. So after those 10 years, he's able to control 150 layers. But that's where it got hard, because if he released all 150, the room has to be much bigger. So instead of just releasing all of them, he condenses them into one layer, which makes it extremely hard. Like, it's gathering up Shinsu much faster. And this is when Jihad starts to notice it. Jihad starts to notice the flow of Shinsu is going under him, not upwards, but under him. As he's wondering what's going on, as he goes and he finds Deku's house, and he says, and he's looking at what Deku's doing, as he tries to get inside of Deku's Shinsu sphere, as Deku says, Jihad, what are you doing? As Jihad says, how do you know my name? As Deku says, I met your data version. As he says, that explains it. So, what's your relationship with my data version? As Deku says, we're best friends. Hold on. As Jihad says, best friends. The only way you could do that is if you were able to beat him. As Izuku says, yeah, I was actually able to beat him. As Jihad says, no way, then that means you're stronger than Bomb at such a young age? As Izuku says, yeah, I am. I actually fought the two of them at the same time. And I won. As they were like, as he was like, what? As Bomb, he's hearing this and he's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! As he's so happy because he gets to meet the person who was able to defeat Jihad. Like, Deku was the first person to able to defeat young Jihad. So, Jihad is like, alright then, can we have a spar? As Izuku says, alright then. As Jihad, he does that. As Deku, like, he does, Cosmos. As Deku says, Cosmos. You know, I wouldn't use that move against me. As Jihad says, why? Because it's too powerful. As he says, no, I'm able to actually replicate it. As this is the one where this one has 2 planets, 4 planets, 8 planets, and this one is 2 times wider. As he says, wait, you're able to? Yep. As he replicates it and he says, Dark Cosmos. As the planets, they start getting darker. As the red planet you see the red planet you see here, it gets darker, gets blood red. This one gets dark blue. It gets a grayish white. As the ring turns black, all the rings turn black. As the suns, the yellow parts, they turn orange. As he says, what is this? As Deku says, this is Dark Cosmos. It's infused with black shinsu, which, well, my shinsu, which is black shinsu, which also is a part of the which is a part of black hole shinsu. As he says, wait, so you're like Bomb? As he says, well, I'm not like Bomb, I'm actually more advanced. I'm able to use every shinsu. As he says, wow. As he turns it off and he says, so I'm guessing you know what the second form of the second cosmos too, huh? He says, yes, I've mastered it. As he says, alright then. Well, I guess I'll take you as my rival. You're much stronger than me. I look forward to the next time we meet. As he leaves and he gives Deku a hug and he leaves. Like, take in mind, Jihad is taller than Deku at this moment. Like Deku, he's 5'5". Like, he's still his regular 5'5", as like we know, like Hatsume is 5'7". No, we're gonna make her 5'6" in this one. As Deku's gonna get 5'8". So yeah, Jihad, he's 6 feet. As he's 6 feet, as he hugs Deku and leaves. As Jihad looks up and says, well, Bomb, you heard it yourself. As Bomb says, I did. As he looks up as well. So, Jihad still has the power to control fate, and Bomb has it as well. So, Deku, he's like, fate. Do I want to control it? No. I want to see what fate has in store for me. As then he's on the 45th floor. No, the 45th floor is the dead zone, right? I think, yeah, that's the dead zone. So there's no administrator. As the Hell Train administrator, he talks to it. As the administrator says, this power, it's the power of an administrator. You have contracted one. As he says, yes, but I'm on par with him. As the administrator says, no way. As Deku, he hits him with the Cosmos. As Cosmos, like he did it like a weak version of Cosmo, so that it doesn't hurt that so it doesn't kill the administrator, because the level of Cosmos he has, like he's able to replicate a whole galaxy due to how much Shinsu he has condensed into one point. Like his understanding of Shinsu is beyond that of a regular human. As the contractor says, "You have bested me. What do you want?" As he says, "Immortality." As the administrator says, "Fine." As he gives him immortality. So now Deku, he has Shinsu. He has a better understanding of Shinsu than anyone, even Bomb himself. As Deku thinks, maybe I'll go see what's on the 100th floor, because he knows he can get to the 100th floor easily. Because he's able to control, like I said, 150, right? He has now 3 layers of the condensed 150, which is 900 to be exact. So he has 3 layers now, and he's getting a lot of Shinsu faster. And then he decides, let's condense my body. Hold on. So yeah, he's able to use 10 layers, but let's do a time skip to 100 years, because we don't have time for that. He is currently one no he is currently 124 years old. All right, 124 years old. He's currently 124 years old, and he is not met Enryu yet. He still hasn't met Enryu because he wants to further his understanding of Shinsu. And like when he was 14, he was better than the top wave master, which is Bomb. So imagine his power at this level. So he is now so strong that he can use 10 10 10 cosmos. 10 cosmos and 8 dark cosmos. Because the dark cosmo is harder to do than the cosmo. And Class 1A do not know about his power. Like, at all. Because what he does not use cosmos or anything strong like that. This man's Deku, he uses the Shinsu inside of his enemies and destroys the core of their body, which is mostly regulating the Shinsu in their body. But Deku, he has 3. Well, he has many other ones. He has the Shinsu in his body can be regulated through every bone in his body, every tendon, every pressure point, and he has, like, let me show you. He has like for him, he has a tendon for every pressure point. All right, like not a tendon for every pressure point, but a specific Shinsu for every pressure point, or zodiac sign. Like, alright, Leos have like their zodiac, the Leo zodiac. It's imprinted on our body through like our pressure points, basically. All right, but there's one pressure point that you can't mistaken. That there is like the pressure point where your blood vessel, where it controls your blood flow. You guys can find that out on your own, because I'm not telling you where it is. Because if I do, there's probably a lot of murder watching. I don't know. So yeah. So Deku, I don't like these flip flops anymore. So Deku, he's able to use Shinsu from every part of his body, and when he's fighting, he releases not a gas like Shinsu, but like a solidified type Shinsu all over his body, creating armor. It's basically this armor, but a stronger version of it. Like, it's a black version of it. He's still wearing this. It's not armor, but it's actually clothes. It's clothes. So Deku has like an armor of Shinsu. So Deku is using it a lot. And Class 1A, they've gotten stronger, but they're still far from beating Deku. And Deku, he has contracted 4. He's contracted now 4 shit. He's contracted 4 administrators, just 4, because he wants to go light, even though he could do every floor. He wants to do 4. So now he has a better understanding of Shinsu times 2. Shinsu Control Level 1. Advanced Shinsu Control Level 1 from Administrator and Immortality. So yeah, he's not gonna do that wish that Jihad made that regulars can't attack him. No, cause him alone, he doesn't, even if he was a regular, he would be able to bypass that rule of Jihad's and possibly kill him. Why? Because he's able to beat the administrator's power. He's stronger than the administrators themselves. So yeah. And so, anytime Deku comes across an enemy, he doesn't show his Shinsu, he suppresses it. So yeah. So Deku, he goes to the Hell Train most of the time and visits them. Why? Because this nigga Deku got hacks. He uses the Shinsu and multiplies the tickets for the Hell Train, and it's an exact replica, so they wouldn't tell the difference. So Deku has like infinites in stock, and he has like space Shinsu. He has space Shinsu. It's like the black hole Shinsu, but like instead of it like sucking everything in, it's like a still. It's like space gets still, so he's able to use it. So Deku, he's stronger and stuff like that. And Mei is the best light bearer in the class. Like he's the best. Like if she wasn't there, Momo would be light bearer. Yeah, Momo's a light bearer. So yeah, Bakugo, he's a fisherman with Todoroki. Bakugo, Todoroki, and Kirishima are fishermen. And Kirishima, no, not Kirishima, Kaminari, Zero, and Sato, he's a fisherman too. He's a fisherman too, but he rarely does. He's a fisherman too. All right, yeah. Sato's a fisherman, but he's not one of the main characters in the anime, so we can't really say that. So yeah, so Deku, he's big body. Like he's not muscular, but like he's like this. He's toned. He has a toned body. Like because he be doing them push-ups on gravity, bro. He be multiplying his gravity. And he also burns himself to get his endurance stronger. Yes, he engulfs himself with flaming Shinsu to get stronger, to the point where he can take the heat of the sun. All right, he can take the heat of the sun. So if you haven't noticed, the density of anything inside, like anything that's inside the tower, it's multiple times stronger than outside. So Deku, he's able to go touch the sun and not feel anything. So yeah, you get where this is going. So Deku, he can body planets now, and yeah, so he stays. So now we're gonna do a time skip to a million years later. Why am I doing such a big time skip? Because they're staying here for 20 million years. And Deku, he hasn't done anything. He didn't do anything for that time skip, that 100-year time skip, because once he hit 124 years old, he just meditated for that 1 million years, to the point where he was able to control 150 condensed Shinsu. So he had to condense it again to make one. He had to condense another 150. Not like regular layers, no, but the advanced layers, the layers that he had to condense. Like the layers he had to condense. So he condensed them again. And the boost was mad hard. It was hard for him to regulate and control it. So Deku, what he does now, he makes clones to meditate. His clones meditate around the same atmosphere and Shinsu with him. But this time, it's not just water Shinsu or anything like that. It's every layer of Shinsu. It's every different color. So the Shinsu is basically rainbow color. It's basically every color. It's changing between every color. And Deku, he's getting strong. He's absorbing like every type of Shinsu. And Bomb is feeling a high amount of it. Like before, for him, it was basically a light amount. It wasn't that big. But now he's feeling a mass amount of it. And Jihad is feeling it more because he's closer to Deku. Jihad is on level 300. As Deku, he is level 100. He is on floor 100. As he feels it more, and he's like, damn, that's a lot of Shinsu. And not only that, but he's also putting gravity on himself. So imagine the pain. If he loses focus once, he will get crushed by the gravity that he's putting on himself and the heat of the shinsu that he engulfs himself in. So Deku, he's basically making it so that he engulfs himself in heat. He wraps water shinsu around him, so he has to hold his breath for a long time. He has massive gravity on him, and there is light inside of the shinsu. So if he opens his eyes, he'll get blind. The same goes for his clones. If they do that, it will affect him, so they can't lose focus as well. So imagine how hard it is to control him. So he did that for a whole million years, and not only that, but he's using 10 9 other he's using 9 clones, which makes in all 10. So they both all of them put their hands in the middle, so that they're making so like 5 are making a neutron star. No. He's using 30. 10 are making neutron stars. Another 10 are making regular stars, and another 10 are making black holes. Then like he's using 30 of them, but himself, he is basically using cosmos. He is condensing cosmos so small. It's a small cosmo. He's condensing cosmo in his hand, basically. He's condensing second cosmo and cosmos in one hand. Like he's condensing one hand, his left hand, cosmo, the second cosmos in his left hand. As then he changes them to dark cosmos and dark second cosmos, as it gets harder for him to concentrate, but he has to do it, as he's basically forcing himself to do it. And not only that, but there's also chains. He chained himself with shinsu, metallic chains shinsu, that allows him he's not able to run away. It binds him as long as he wants. So his punishment for losing focus, like he's punishing himself, right? So his punishment will be like his meridians or his pressure points will get damaged a little bit, but he'll be able to repair it. But it'll take him a week to repair it. So Deku, he is not going to beard or a mustache or anything like that. He has clones on the outside doing that. So basically, Deku, he's not only using 30 clones, but like it's different. It's like many, like all over. He bought a whole house, a big house, with a lot of space, and there are 30 rooms, and each room, it's that same process. All right, it's that same process. All right, in each room, it's that same process. And the clones that are using dark cosmos and cosmos, they're doing it so, and they're just one on the top. They're all clones, but himself, he's making galaxies. He's making a galaxy in his hand. One hand a galaxy, the other hand a galaxy, and in the middle of both is a dark galaxy. So he has to control the power from all of it, because he has every element in each. And if he loses focus, that galaxy could explode and possibly hurt him. So his power is immense. And Jihad, Enryu, and Bomb can sense this. And Yurik Mizuno as well. Mizuno actually went to fight him one time and he lost. He lost miserably. As Mizuno, he took that loss to heart, and he has focused on trying to get better than Deku. So him, Mizuno, Bomb, Yurik Mizuno, Bomb, and Jihad, they have like a close relationship, that rival but friend type relationship. But he hasn't met Bomb yet, so he only has a relationship with younger Bomb, not the older Bomb. But younger Bomb has seen everything and says, I want to be his friend. As Yuri, he comes to Bomb one day, kisses him and says, what are you looking at? As Bomb says, look at this kid, he's amazing. As Yuri sees it too and says, can I go fight him? Because she is strong, like we all know that. As he says, sure, but you're probably gonna lose. As she says, how so? He says, that's for you to know. I already know, but you're gonna lose. As she says, fine. As she goes and fights Deku, as she beats him. As Deku helps her up and heals her and says, that was a nice match. As Deku, he's lacking in strength compared to Yuri. Yuri beat him when it comes to strength, but when it comes to like Shinsu control, he wins by a long shot. Like his control over Shinsu is so strong. That rose petal thing he uses and that thorn. This man, Deku, can reflect it hundreds of times stronger. So Yuri, she accepts that. So Yuri has a relationship with him. Not that lovey-dovey relationship, but like best friend relationship. So yeah. So he's like friends with like every important person in there. He has like that close of a relationship with Leroy, but not that close because Leroy has work. He's kind of like the head of like the whole team now. So Deku, he's strong as he met the lizard girl, the one with the green April, and the one with that focused on strength, the one that has bomb now. As they saw that he was of immense strength, and they told Bomb about it, and he said he knows. So yeah, Deku, he is like a powerhouse. So then, after that 1 million years, he decides, I think it's time, as he releases everything, and he just lands on the floor and collapses. And he falls asleep right at that moment. And all his clones, the whole things, they poof. So yeah, that's how it is. As he wakes like Bomb sensed that his thing hold on. As Bomb senses that Deku's strong Shinsu power has um has gotten down, as he sees it like leaking a little bit. His power is leaking a little bit. He says it can't leak out because if it leaks out, it'll alert bad people that try to get him while he's in his sleep. Even though he can beat him, but like it's still kind of dangerous. Because there are still people who don't like Bomb being, well, the strongest and ranked number 2. So, so immediately he goes and he puts a barrier around Deku's house to make it so that none of the energy gets leaked. And he puts Deku to sleep. As Bomb in himself has been meditating, and he finally mastered the thing with the layers, and he's able to control the regular condensed layer. He has 5 of those basically. The regular condensed layer, he has 5 of them. Alright? He doesn't have the advanced one like Deku does. Like he doesn't have like the rainbow condensed layers, but like he has like strong ones. He has them as Bomb wants Deku to hit him with a rainbow Shinsu so he can like get like he could get the rainbow Shinsu as well. Now Deku in his dream he sees his power again. His power says, as he says, what do you want? As the power says, let me take control. As Deku says, hell no, never. As the power says, come on. As Deku says, no. I'm stronger than you, but still, even though I may be stronger than you, if you get out, you have a possibility of destroying the tower. As Deku says, no. And he's basically fighting. Like he has to fight it to get back up. And he's been asleep for a whole year, alright? Everybody, like Bomb, Yuri, and Thing, Bomb, Yuri, Jihad, and Yuri thinks he's in a coma. So there was a time that Bomb and Yuri went to visit, and it just so happened that Yurik and Jihad were visiting too, as they all got in a fighting stance and looked at each other as Bomb said, hold up, are you guys here to see Izuku as well? As they all stand up and said, yeah, how do you guys know each other? As Bomb says, I find an interest in him, he's a cool guy. I actually learned a lot from his way of training. As Jihad said, I lost him once, he's my rival. Yurik says, same, and Yuri said same as well. As Jihad said, Bomb, about that training thing, can you elaborate? As he tells them about the whole layer and the whole orb thing, as they're mesmerized, like they're all mesmerized. Yurik, especially Yurik and Yuri, cause they lost to him when it came to Shinsu control. When it came to power, they won, but when it came to Shinsu control, he was a master. He was a master at it. So Deku, half that year, inside of his mindscape, he was basically meditating. And when they were visiting, they didn't notice this, but while they were talking, Bomb his body started moving unconsciously. And it made that same thing when I said with the whole 30 different rooms and stuff like that. It started doing it again. But this time, it was multiplied. Like instead of it just being 30 different, like 30 rooms, he did it like he did four different big orbs in each room. So it was basically 120 basically. So, and this time he was at the top, not making a galaxy but a universe. A universe. He was doing a universe as the bomb inside of his mind was noticing this. As all of a sudden, when they were all going inside his room, they saw him meditating. As they were all going to approach him, as Bomb said, wait. As they stopped and said, why? As Bomb said, he's not awake. His body is unconsciously doing it. It's as if he's doing this inside his mind. As they're like, what the hell? As Jihad says, Bomb, how do you know this? As Bomb says, it happened to me once. Well, that's at least what Yuri said. As Yuri says, yeah, it happened to him once. While he was doing the black hole sphere, he did it on the outside while he was in his sleep. As they were like, wow. As they go check the 30 rooms, as they all see four different big orbs, and they're like, wow. As this time, instead of it being that they're just making the cosmos, they're not making the cosmos anymore. They're making solar systems. As the ones above them, the one above them, instead of making the dark cosmos and stuff like that, he's making galaxies. As Deku's making universes. As every time Deku's body makes a universe, it puts it on the side of him. The universe, it goes flying to the side of him, to the point where it's surrounding his whole body, and it's making layers of universes, to which he has to double the universes. And he actually, and to the point where he has infinite universes around him and condensed them into one thing, which was a multiverse. As he put that multiverse in his hand, as he refined it, as it sucked in a lot of shinsu. It was tiring him, but the whole thing with the chains, as Bomb sees the chains, and as everybody else sees the chains, and Yuri's thinking, we have to save him, he's in danger. As Bomb says, no, don't save him. As Yurik, Jihad, and Yuri look at him and said, what? Why? Do you want him to die? As Bomb says, no, that's not what he's doing. He's doing this on purpose. Because if he loses focus, he'll get severely hurt, so I wouldn't touch that chain. As they're like, wait, that's a part of the training? As they said, yes. I've been watching him, and I'm only at the first layer. Like, I'm only scratching the bottom. Him, he's mastering it. He has mastery. He has many times mastery of Shinsu over me. But when it comes to like the black hole sphere, I've mastered it above him. He doesn't work with the black hole sphere because he knows that I have the ability to suck it in. For him, his black hole sphere can suck in everything. He can't limit it, so he has to learn that from Enryu. As he says, wait a minute, you met Enryu? As he says, yes. As Jihad says, where is he? Bomb says, after I met him and beat him, I haven't heard from him since. I think he's training somewhere. As he said, oh, alright then. As he said, very well then, I guess we'll just leave our stuff and leave. As Yurik, he leaves, Deku got that tattoo on Yurik's back. Yeah, he got the tattoo on Yurik's back. You know that tattoo on Yurik's back? It doesn't say the Mizuno thing, but it just says his name is Zuko instead of Mizuno. Like, he has the tattoo on his back. The, winged tree. Yeah, he has that winged tree tattoo. As, hold on, let me show you what it looks like. He has 3 different symbols. He has this one, the winged tree, on his back. And on top of the winged tree, on top of the wings, you see Jihad's symbol. since he became friends with, like, the symbols, like, of, like, their symbols, they represent him. As Yuri asked if he can give Izuku his symbol, as Bomb said yes, this is Bomb's symbol. You see that above Jihad's thing, above Jihad's symbol, like the top right here, the tip right here, on top of that, not like the eye thing, like the tip, like that tip right there. Yeah, it's on top of that. You see this on top of it, and then you see this. But this time, instead of it being 2 rings, it's much bigger, and it's I think it was 10 of those, right? Yeah, 10. It's 10 wings, all right? It's 10 wings that represent 10 thorns. So yeah, he has these symbols on top of him. As Deku, he's, oh shit, I went past that. I wasn't paying attention. As Deku, like the thing, they start to expand. Like, they all see that it starts to expand. Like, they start, like, Izuku, he has no shirt on at the moment. Why? Because, see, these tattoos can have expansions, as they see that the bottom part, it's the bottom part of the wing tree starts to expand. It starts to expand all the way to, well, the bottom of his spine, like the end of his spine. As Yurik says, it's evolving. As the wings on the side, these 2 wings on the side, they expand to his arms. They expand to his arms, to his elbows. As then Jihad's symbol, it enlarges. It gets larger, as all of a sudden, the dots at the bottom, like these dots, they form a triangle. They form a triangle, as all of a sudden, you just see the 3 eyes go inside of that triangle. As they said, my mark is evolving as well. As then you see for Bomb's thing, it, like the tip, it goes all the way to his neck, and the star you see right here, it turns to the 8-pointed star. As Bomb, he surprises us. This kid, he's a prodigy. As they all hear this and they look and said, "You're right, he is." As Yuri was thinking about giving Izuku that thorn he has, but Izuku refused. He did that with Jihad too, who tried to give him the thorn that he had, that thorn weapon he had. But Izuku refused. And they asked why. As he says he's not a fisherman. He can take the role of a fisherman, he can take every role like Jihad does, but he doesn't. He stays as wave controller, fisherman, and sometimes scout. As they understand, and they said okay. As then after that year, Izuku wakes up. But before he woke up, his body let go of the training, and he woke up. As he wakes up breathing heavily, as he hears a voice that says, "Huh, so you're awake." As he looks to the side, and he sees Bomb. As he says, who are you?" As he says, "I'm Bomb." As he says, "Wait, you're Bomb, the current king of the tower?" As he says, "Yeah, second ranked, hey." As Bomb says, "You have visitors." As he opens the door and he sees Yuri, and Jihad. As Yuri runs up and says, "Izuku," as she hugs him. As he gives, as Jihad and Yurik walk up to him and says, "Hey there. Seems you had a lot of training while you were inside of your mind." As he says, "Yup," as he hugs them, as they both give him a high five. As he says, he tries to get up, and Bomb says, "Whoa there, buddy, don't get up real quick. It's kind of hard for your body to withstand." As he says, as Bomb said, "You haven't eaten for a year." As Izuku says, well, that's the thing. I don't really need to eat." As Yurik and everybody else said, "Wait, what? What do you mean?" As he says, "Well, my stomach is just like my core." As they said, "Isn't the core for?" As he says, "Yup. It helps take in shinsu." As they said, "So you don't need to eat?" He says, "Yes. Well, I'm gonna need to eat today, because I need to condense all that shinsu inside of my body into 2 points, into 3 points, which is my brain, my core, and my stomach." As they said, "So you're gonna need to eat." He says, yeah. So he says, but it's only gonna take like it's only gonna take an hour. As they said, we can wait. As they talk for an hour, and Izuku, he walks out, tired, and he says, as he's about to fall, and then Bomb appears in front of him, catching him, and says, whoa there, looks like you're really hungry. As Bomb and Jihad pick him up and said, sit right here, as they said, Yurik went to get you some food. As Izuku says, thanks, guys. As they said, yeah. As Bomb said, I actually want to spar with you. As Izuku says, damn. Even the king wants to beat me. Aren't you stronger? As Bomb says, not really. You're actually stronger than me. But there's only one thing in Shinsu control that I'm stronger than you in. And he says, the black hole sphere, huh? As Bomb chuckles and says, yup, you got it. As Izuku, he says, alright then, I'll spar with you. As Mom says, that's nice. As then Yurik comes in and says, ding dong, I got the food. As he comes in. As he says, dang Izuku, you look terrible. As Izuku says, yeah, I know. As we cut to class 1A, while Izuku was in that 1-year coma, like, class 1A, they've gotten to, no, yeah, I'm changing it over time. I'm changing the tower level over time again. I'm changing it again. There's 1 million floor. There's 1 million floors. 1 million floors. 1 million floors. 1 million, not 10,000, not 100,000. 10 million. 10 million, yeah. 10 million. I'll be making it bigger gradually over time because Bomb discovered the other floors and he went on. He was like, alright then, I'll go. As, yeah, he stronger. Bomb got to the other floors. And I'll show you what Fantamina looks like. Fantamina is not to be seen because there is no current pictures. But this is what Enryu looks like. This is actually fan art. Somebody thinks Enryu looks like this, so I'm gonna go with this. So yeah, he met Enryu. This is what Enryu looks like. So yeah, this is what Yurik looks like. Jihad, he looks like Jihad in the manga. So not young Jihad, but older Jihad. So yeah. So Deku, he eats his fill. He doesn't eat a lot because he doesn't need to eat a lot. Like he doesn't have like that much space that needs to be filled in his stomach. So he only eats like 2 plates of food, and he says, "All right then, I'm stuffed." As he says, "Hold on, let me." As he takes a big sigh, as they said, "What was that?" As Izuku says, "I just regulated the food in my stomach to the point where it doesn't disturb my shinsu." As they said, damn, kid, how good are you with Shinsu control? As he says, quite honestly, my whole body is made out of Shinsu. As Bomb says, wait, what? As he says, yeah, I'm such a good wave controller that I've infused Shinsu into my body. That's how I was able to regulate Shinsu between my brain and my stomach. And the reason I had to condense the Shinsu was because if I didn't, any more Shinsu could possibly explode my body. Sure, I would be able to reform, but that would be after at least 10 years. So, as they said, alright then. And plus, my Shinsu power would be spread out through the whole tower, so there would be a mass amount of Shinsu in the tower, and everybody would be a little too overpowered. But when I reform, the Shinsu would be sucked back into my body. As they said, we understand. So, he fights Bomb. He loses against Bomb. As Bomb barely won against him. And Bomb says, damn, kid, you're strong. No, not barely. You know what? Bomb won by a landslide because Bomb is on the 800,000th floor. And the Shinsu there is really condensed. As Deku, he's only on the 10,000th. Class 1A, they're on the 500,000th floor. And everybody's still thinking that Deku is dead. Like, everybody's still thinking that Deku is dead. Like, the only people that could sense, Deku's power is Kun. He became the new head of the Kun family. Yuri, Bomb, Jihad, Yurik, Enryu, and Fantamina. As As Enryu senses this, he says, he'll come visit me someday if he wants to find me. As before Bomb leaves with Yuri, as Bomb finds out that Yuri is married to Bomb, as Bomb says, if you want to get better control of the black hole sphere, I'd suggest going to Enryu. As he says, who's Enryu? As he says, he's actually the first irregular to kill an administrator apart from you and me. As he says, wow. As he says, damn. As he says, I think you're able to do it. As he says, do what? As he says, Enryu has the ability to make life, and it seems that you've mastered it. As he says, yeah, I've mastered it. As he compliments him on that. So yeah. So they leave, they say their goodbyes. As, like, those guys, those five, they're friends now. They can get along with each other. And Deku, as Bomb says, he'll be waiting for Jihad, he'll be waiting for Jihad, Yurik, and Izuku to get on the 800,000th floor. He'll be waiting for them, and when that time comes, he'll be much stronger, and he hopes that they're stronger too. As they all set a goal that they'll be traveling on top of the dungeon together. Alright, and this time Jihad doesn't have the thing with whole destiny becoming king and shit like that. So yeah. So, hold on, I think there's a better picture of Jihad. Let me check. So this is the best picture of Jihad I could find. Just imagine the golden eyes, alright? Just imagine his golden eyes like bombs. So yeah. So Deku, he's extremely overpowered, as you guys can see. So we come back to Class 1A's point of view, where they're currently on the 5,000th floor. As they just cleared the 5,000th floor, as Bakugo says, hell yeah, we just completed the 5,000th floor. That damn Deku's probably still stuck on the 20th floor. As Uraraka, she laughs and says, yeah, that weakling could never be strong. He's just a useless wave controller. As during this time, Midnight, Aizawa, Hazashi have been thinking about Izuku and wondering how he's doing. As Izuku, so have Momo and Mina. But hold on real quick, because I have something to do. Shit, let me make this video a 2-hour video. Shit, I'm probably gonna watch the Infinity after this. Alright, so last I left off Class 1A, and everybody is thinking about Deku in their own ways. Bakugo and friends thinking that, oh, Deku's definitely dead by now. The teachers, except for All Might, are thinking, oh, I wonder how he's doing and stuff like that. And so are the girls, except for Uraraka, of course, because, your son Lotus Wood's gotta do Uraraka dirty every time he makes a video because he hates Uraraka. Like, I could say that with a smile too, but sadly I can't smile, but you get the gist. So, Deku, he does that. He does that perfectly fine. He does it well. And so he has mastered everything he does, alright? And then we're gonna skip another 5 years, alright? 6 million years. Izuku is 5 million years old. It's basically 5,100,000 and stuff years old. And now let me skip, nah. You know what? Let's not make it 20 million years they're staying in here. How about, Now, you know what? They don't know what time is inside the tower. They just don't know what time is in the tower. But, like, let's just make it so that Deku, like, it's gonna be 2 months outside and Deku and friends stay inside for a trillion years, and the tower has infinite floors. Okay, yeah. So Bomb, he's on the 8th millionth floor with Yuri, cause him and Yuri have formed a party. They're just waiting for Jihad and Maizen. They're just waiting for Jihad, Maizen, Yurik, and Zuku to get to the 8th millionth floor. And they know that they can make it to the 8th millionth floor by themselves because of their strength. Because they are using Zuku's training for the whole thing when it comes to the power thing. And he taught Yurik and Zuku, he taught Yurik the star shinsu. The shinsu with the star. Yurik, he's able to use the 4-star, henceforth, which represents that in his hand. So yeah, and for Jihad, he uses metallic shinsu. He gave Jihad metallic shinsu, which he made the bracelet again. He made the bracelet again, but it doesn't hold files anymore. It's just a bracelet of protection. So yeah, he hasn't met Enryu yet. Enryu is above Bomb. Bomb is still stronger than Enryu. It's just that Enryu is above him because like Enryu wants to meet Fantamina. And Fantamina, he is I think Fantamina's a boy. Yeah, Fantamina is a boy. Fantamina is on the 1 trillionth floor. All right, he's on the trillionth floor. And Fantamina, he's been watching Enryu, Bomb, Jihad, Yurik, Izuku, and Yuri. And Fantamina, he's excited to meet them. Not to fight them, but to meet them. As he saw that Jihad changed and he doesn't want to kill Jihad anymore. So yeah, he doesn't want to defeat Jihad and stuff like that. So he just wants to meet them. As right when they meet him, he's gonna go up. Cause Fantamina, after Bomb met him, Fantamina told Bomb that he's gonna go up. And he told Bomb to wait cause he's gonna get friends in the future. And Bomb decided to wait. Because it's a superior here. Superior's telling him to wait. So, Bomb, he waited and, well, it came. So, they're gonna stay for 100 trillion years. They're gonna stay for 100 trillion years inside the tower, but 2 months outside. So, 50 trillion years for each month. So, Izuku, we're gonna skip to a billion years old. Izuku, he's a billion years old now. And Izuku, he after he's mastered, he created he made a space of his own. He has an infinite space place. He has an infinite space thing. He has an infinite space thing. As the infinite space it has infinite space. So Izuku, he trains there. As in the middle of all the training things he does, he has many layers for the thing. Alright, let me tell you how it works. So, there's some with planets. The planets, there are quintillions of planets. Then comes solar systems, are quintillions. Then comes galaxies, then comes trillions. And billions of universes. And multiverses. There are millions. And multiverses that have inhabitants on it, like not human inhabitants, but planets, are 100,000, and the multiverses that have humans on it are 100. As Izuku, he is working so hard to make a whole universe. Multiverse, with at least one universe having a planet, having humans, and many different species. As he does that, and right as he does that, there is a massive amount of shinsu that claps. It's like a supernova explosion. It explodes, and it's not damaging Izuku, but it's kind of like enlightenment. As Mizuno, Yuri, and the rest feel it, and Like wow, and Bomb's old friends are still alive. They're still alive, exploring the tower, stuff like that. Bomb made an immortality wish like Jihad, but he didn't make the whole thing with the irregulars and irregulars hurting him thing. So yeah, so Izuku, he is strong. He could be the number two in the tower, but he's able to. He's still number three in the tower. He is number three in the tower. No, he is number four in the tower. He is number four in the tower, and Jihad doesn't have a problem with going lower. He doesn't have a problem with going lower as long as it's Izuku or Bomb or Enryu, or as long as it's those guys that are on top of him, he doesn't have a problem with it. Even if it's Yurik or Yuri, he's cool with it because he'll still be in the top 10. The top 10 great families, they've been pushed back. As Izuku, he met the top 10 great families, or to be exact, he met one, and that was the Kun family head. He met two, the Kun family head and Yuri's grandmother. And Yuri's grandmother said, "What's so special about him? He's so plain and weak." As the Kun family head says that too. As Izuku says, "You see that spear of yours, right, Mr. Kun?" As he says, "What about my spear? I could bend that shit." As he says, "Yeah, right." As he takes out the spear and says, "Go for it." As Izuku, he bends that shit with two fingers. As I have a specific way of bending things. I like to put it between these three fingers of mine. I don't know if I'm the only one that does it, but I usually put something like between my pointer and middle finger, and then push down in the middle between them with my thumb and break it or bend it. So yeah, that's how I bend things, stuff like that. But that's only if like the things are bent or like breakable, if I don't have to use it with like my hands and my leg. So yeah, so he sees it and he's like, "What the hell?" As Suzuku bends it back into place, and he's like, "Catch." As he catches it, as he says, "What's your weapon?" As Suzuku says, that, hold on, let me show you. So yeah, this is Izuku's weapon, his fisherman weapon. It's based off of the Black March, but it's not like as skinny as like Black Marches in the manga and anime. So he showed it to him, and he says, "Wow." As it has the Jihad mark on it, like the Jihad mark, because it was originally Jihad's idea to make the Black March, so he let it be. So, and then he has the golden needle for a spear, as he has a black version of it too, but it's black and purple. So the light part you see here is actually purple, and the rest is black. So yeah, that's Izuku's weapon, and over the 1 billion years, inside of that landscape, he made it so that time moves faster. For him, it moves at infinites of times of speed. On the outside world, he'd be 1 billion. He'd be 1 billion years old. He'd be 1 billion years old exactly. Exactly. He did it. He did it for as long until he was 1 billion years old. And it was about this time that Jihad, Yuri, and Bomb were on the 8th millionth floor. And before Izuku went, he told them that they can go ahead without him. He'll be able to reach them. As they said, "All right, hold on." So yeah, he told them, and they said, "All right." They fully have faith in Izuku, that they know that Izuku, he will get back to them no matter how far away that they are. Even if they are millions of light years away from him, he will get to them in a matter of time. That's what I call true friendship, bro. Shit. If you have this much trust in your friend, bro, shit, you could make me a friend, because I have a lot of trust in my friends. But sadly, I don't have any friends. Well, you subscribers are my friends, so yeah. Even though we don't know each other in real life, I consider you guys my friends, and I care for you guys. So yeah, so here's the thing. So the two edges again, they got further. They got further. They got longer. Instead of being at his elbow, it ends at his wrist. And the star is on his hand. The star is on the back of his hand. Then comes this. This tip it ends at his belly button. It's basically on the side of his belly button. And Izuku, I wouldn't say an innie or an outie. I'm not an innie or an outie. Well, I'm kind of an innie, but like mine's is in the middle. I could pull the top out. No, no, not TMI. TMI. Too much information. So yeah, it's like Izuku. He's not an innie or an outie. He's kind of in the middle. It's like a regular belly button. That's what I call a regular innie button. I don't like how innies look. Audis, they kind of creep me out because it's like a button. Like Audis, I'm the type of person to push an Audi to see what would happen. Like would it go inside and turn into an innie, or would it just stay the same and you'd feel the pain? So Izuku's kind of in the middle way, and that's where the sword is. The sword is in the middle. It's in the middle, as as then there is this one, this tip exactly, the one under that one, the one under this one. It ends um it and no this it ends at Izuku's chest. Yes, this it ends at Izuku's chest. This one ends at Izuku's chest, and the sword thing, it's in the middle of the chest. Then comes this in the middle of that's the belly button, and the cube is in the middle. Yes, that's actually a cube. And the last two ones, they end at 2 inches under where the sword under they end at Izuku's waist. All right. And Jihad's mark, it got looks different. Let me show you how it looks. Jihad symbol, it got even more realistic. So the eyes, they don't look like they're drawn on anymore. They actually look like actual eyes. They look like human eyes, basically. All right, let me show you. The eye, they evolve into this, and there's a third eye on top of it. They evolve into this. So this is what the eye looks like. And for his mark, for Bomb's mark, basically it's still the link. It's longer, but like this time, like it got longer by 2 inches. But the difference is, instead of it having like 10 rings, it has nine now. And the one in the middle, it goes around his neck. So he has a whole ring around his neck. And yeah, and that's how it is. So Izuku, he is big body now since he got stronger. So and for the Cosmos and Black Dark Cosmos, his control over them is beyond any reaches. Alright? Instead of it being like this formation first, now I'm about to tell you the whole layout. First, it is the multiverse, then a universe, then a galaxy, then a solar system, then a star, then a planet. And then around that star are planets, alright? Alright, that star represents the sun. Around that star are the planets, and around that planet are moons, alright? So Deku, he is big body. He is so advanced that the whole thing, or about like the whole Cosmos is got stronger, and Jihad's is not even on that level. So yeah. So Teizuku forming that star that is in Mazino's hand is practically easy for him. He could do it on all 5 fingers like it's no problem. And now let's get back to the training thing. Now, with the whole layers thing, he he's no longer advanced, he's mastery. He's a mastery level. He 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 compressed the same amount, like 150 mastery. He no this the 50 no 150 advanced, and then he got in to intermediate, then he did 150 of those, then mid intermediate, then 150 of those, then high intermediate, then 150 of those, then he got to mastery. So it's much stronger. And he evolved that as well by making orb balls. Hold on, so I'm about to show you something. So you see the mark in the wing tree, the three of these, the three at the bottom, These three marks on the bottom, hold on. Yeah, those three circles. These stars appear in it, alright? First comes the 16th one, the 16 pointed star. It's at the bottom. It's at the bottom. Then comes the 12 pointed star. I think it's the 12 pointed star. It was either 12 or 14, but you can check. But it's most likely 12 or 16. It's probably 16. It looks like 16 to me. Yeah, it looks like 16. Yeah, it's the 12 pointed star. I definitely didn't need to count that. Definitely. Yeah, I needed to count that. So yeah, it's in the this one's in the middle and this one is at the top. The 8 pointed star. So yeah, these are there because Izuku, he's mostly into the star side of Shinsu. He's using star Shinsu. Sorry. So yeah. So Izuku, he finally gets out after a billion years, and Izuku's friends, his best friend, which means Yurik, Yuri, Jihad, Bomb, they currently are at the twin the the billionth floor. They're at the billionth floor now. As Izuku, he finally gets out. He's a billion years old now. He's currently a billion years old. As he thinks, alright, I gotta get to them. As he speaks to them and he says, hey guys, where are you? As Bomb says, oh, we're on the 20 billionth floor. As Izuku says, alright then. As Bomb says, what are you doing? As Izuku says, I'm about to jump up there. As Bomb says, alright. As Bomb, he looks at them and says, can you guys, like, move out the way? As he said, why? As he says, you'll see. As then, boom, Izuku jumps, and then 10 minutes later, they just hear the floor cracking under them, and the floor cracks, and it reveals Izuku jumping up. As Izuku gets down, as he says, damn, that was kind of hard to get to. As take in mind, Izuku, he took in the thing from Yurik. He took the thing from Yurik with without wearing the shirt thing when fighting. So yeah, he got the thing from Yurik without taking the shirt in, and from Jihad, he got the whole like he's showing his tattoo. He's showing the tattoo and stuff like that. As Yurik sees the tattoo, he's like, damn, like like Yurik sees the tattoo. He's like Yurik minus no buff. He's as buff as Yurik. He's like a toned buff version of Yurik, basically. As Yurik sees it, he's like, damn, Izuku. As like he has as Jihad sees this, he's like, damn. And he's likes to wear red as well, like Jihad. And from Bomb, son, his hair turned into a little bit brown. His hair is brown. It's a little bit brown, but like his hair is brown, but it's like a really dark brown to the point where it looks black. That's actually the definition of my hair. My hair is so brown, like if it's like you patch it up together, it will be a black color. So yeah, but in reality, my hair is brown. You can only see that when it's in light, basically. So Zuko's hair is like that. As hold on. So yeah, Yurik explains to him how buff he is and stuff like that, as he's showing the tattoos and stuff like that. So he has many different colors. He has the white one, he has white on his back, like he has white on his back. He has many different colors. This white, red, and I don't want to say the color. I know colors, like when it comes to like colors like brown and stuff like that, there are some colors that I refer to like skin color, because there's actually a color that's called skin color, but I don't know which exact color this is. I don't know. I think this is peach, right? This is peach. I think this color is peach. There is a color that's called skin color. Yeah, there is. I think this is peach. This is peach, right? Yeah, that's peach. He has that, and he has these. He also has these. So yeah, and as he's kind of like Yurik, as he daps up Yurik, and he daps up Jihad, and he hugs Yuri, and he daps up Bomb, as he says, so where are we going? As Yurik cracks his neck and says, damn, we're just about to hit the 1 billionth and 1th floor. As Izuku says, you guys are setting records beyond compare. But I said the greatest one yet. As They was like, "That's true. You got here faster than all of us could have together." As he's like, "Yeah. So, how high do you guys want to go? We could do that in one day." As Yurik and Jihad bomb Yuri, they look at each other, and Jihad, his armor falls down as he starts jumping. He starts hopping. As bomb, he takes his shirt off as well. As I'm sorry, Yuri, but Yuri takes off her sweater as she says, "How about Flora and Trillion?" As Izuku says, "All right then, easy." As all of a sudden, you just see these five big body niggas just running, sprinting, and bodying the tests. Each test is getting bodied by Izuku and friends. Like shit. And there was a speed test, bro. Let me tell you, Izuku bodied it with all of them. As when they were doing it, Yuri jumped and Izuku, he legit pushed her, like giving her massive speed boost. And then for the high jump test, Yuri jumped on Izuku's hand, and you know the thing where you put your hand under somebody's foot and propel them upwards, bro. This man Izuku did that. Yuri went high. So yeah. So they got to floor 1 trillion where at the entrance, believe it or not, they saw Fantamina. As Izuku says, "You're Fantamina, aren't you?" As Fantamina turns around and says, "Ho ho, you're the prodigy." As Izuku, he smiles and attacks Fantamina, or charges at Fantamina. To which Fantamina takes out his sword as Izuku takes out his, as they both clash swords. As Fantamina's smiling and Izuku's smiling as well. As they both back up from each other. As Izuku has yet to meet Enryu. Enryu, he's on the 10th trillionth floor. He's not number 1, but he's on the 10th trillionth floor. It's because Fantamina didn't want to go higher until he met Izuku. So, and you may be wondering, when is the ship gonna come into play? It's gonna come into play after they get out of the tower, alright? Alright then. So, remember, they still have 99 trillion 999 billion more years to go. Alright? That's for the whole of Class 1A. Class 1A are currently 1 billion years old. So, Izuku, he looks like Yurik at the moment, just with black hair instead of the whole, silver hair and shit like that. And, yeah. So, he charges at Fantamina. Fantamina smiles. They battle. And Bomb says let it happen, as they just sit there and watch. And this fight goes on for 3 years. Yes, 3 years. 3 years. And they also have a moments of rest and food. And they talk about each other's experiences in the tower and stuff like that. So they're not just fighting, they're getting closer as well. And they're enjoying the fight with each other. As every time they have to eat, like Izuku, he has to eat and train, and so does Fantamina. And Izuku showed Fantamina like the training routine and stuff like that. Fantamina mastered it, and Bomb, he's mastering the training routine as well. And so is Yuri, and stuff. And they keep fighting, and then 3 years later, after a whole strong ass battle, the two paint. And the first to fall is surprisingly Fantamina. The person we think is beyond the gods themselves. Like, they think that Fantamina is beyond the gods because he's like the creator of the whole story. As Izuku collapses after and says, "Damn it, you're damn strong," as he collapses. But before Fantamina fell, and he said, "Good match," as he fell. As 2 weeks later, the two pop up on a bed, and Bomb says, "Damn, you know, for two guys that have been fighting for 3 years, you guys get up rather quickly." As they both look and they said, "Bomb?" As Bomb said, "You know, Fantamina, you could have went a little harder on him." As Fantamina says, "Yeah, but still, He wasn't strong enough yet. I couldn't just kill him there and then and there. And he still needs to meet Enryu. As Bomb says, wait, you know where Enryu is? He says, yeah. Enryu, he's on the 100,000th floor. As he says, alright then. As Fantamina gets up and says, Azuku says, yeah. Fantamina shakes his hand and daps him up and gives him a high five and says, I'll be waiting for you on the quadrillionth floor. As Azuku says, you better wait. As Fantamina smirks and says, yeah. As Fantamina disappears. As then you hear Yuri, Bomb, Yurik run in. They said, yo, Azuku, we heard that you're awake. As Azuku says, yeah. As they said, so what about Fantamina? He told them what Fantamina said, and they said, alright then, guess more training for you. He says, yeah, but while I train up here on the 1 trillionth floor, I'll leave you guys to go with one of my clones. As they said, alright then. As he plucked out a hair from his head, and the hair immediately grew back. And he made a clone. As the clone, he basically goes with them, alright? Yeah. So that's when they don't know about Izuku. They do not know about Izuku at all. And Izuku, he's been telling them things about like how the outside world is and stuff like that. And he asked Bomb as he asked the administrator of the 10 trillionth floor if he can let Shinsu outside in the outside world. As Bomb didn't make the contract with him. It was Izuku who made the contract. Izuku made the contract with the one on the 100 trillionth floor, as it said, alright, and it let Shinsu loose. Now, when it gets to the 100 trillionth, he said, make it possible for people inside the tower to get outside the tower, as long as they do not destroy the planet. As he said, alright. So yeah, they reached the 10 trillion floor. Yeah, the 100 trillion floor, and that happened. So class 1A do not know anything about Izuku's power at all. So Izuku, he's basically training and shit like that. So outside, Yurik would be like UA is obviously gonna be a college. Yurik would be 19, Yurik would be 20, Jihad 20, Yuri 20, no, she'd be 19, Bomb would be 18, alright, 18. So, yeah. So, I'm not gonna lie, I would rather have a wife that's older than me. And yes, I'm referring to a sugar mommy. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with having a sugar mommy. Because I'm not that straightforward of a person to go up to a girl and be like, oh, will you be my girlfriend? It's not that I don't have self-confidence. It's that I don't have faith in myself or believe in myself. Like, my self-esteem is low. It's actually in the negatives. The only thing I have confidence and self-esteem in is my mathematic and learning skills when it comes to math and science, but and other things, nah. Fighting, nah. I don't have self-esteem that. Yeah, I know how to fight. I'm strong, but like still, I don't believe I could win a fight and shit like that. So yeah. So Izuku, he trains in that world again, and this time, let me tell you what the layout is. This time, for planets, infinite for everything, everything, like really, everything is infinite, except for the multiverses that have humans, and there's a new one, multiverses with angels, with demons, and then Izuku, he's working with ones with angels, demons, and heaven, as he does that, as he trains for another trillion years. And the thing with the training, the orb things, alright, the orbs are like universe, like the universal grid and stuff like that. Yeah, it's like that, but like every point where there's an intersect, it's a multiverse. Every part where it's an intersect, it's a multiverse. It's a multiverse with humans. In the middle of it all, Izuku's brain is not just filled with regular shinsu. his brain is filled with every form of shinsu, and the shinsu has like how do I say it? Like, it's about to be night for me, and what's oh my god, I see. I told you guys I was gonna make it like 2 hours. So yeah, so the part where the shinsu, the part with the shinsu, it's in like it's the part where the shinsu is in his brain. Like each part of his brain, each tiny chunk, no, each atom in his brain is surrounded by an orb of rainbow shinsu. Not only that, but it's actually galaxies shinsu. So, yeah, and for his core, like that whole thing, it's a multiverse. It's a multiverse with humans, angels, and demons. Because that was the first one he actually mastered. And then he's gonna do the second one with his stomach, and then once he's done with those, he's gonna do it with his brain. So then, after 10 million years, the layers that he's able to condense, he went beyond mastery and went to celestial, which is 1 million times stronger than mastery, alright? It's 1 million times stronger than mastery. As there is infinite Shinsu inside of the tower, since it's a tower with infinite possibilities and stuff. Shinsu has many possibilities, like I said. As Zuko, he could kill anybody in this tower with just one flick. The only person he can't kill is Fantamina. He can beat Enryu with relatively ease since he's able to beat Bomb. Hold on. Like anyone in Class 1A, all he has to do is breathe and their heads will explode. So yeah. So May, let's get to May. May, she has gotten stronger with the lighthouse. She found a way to absorb Shinsu with the lighthouses. She absorbed Shinsu into the lighthouses. So yeah, so she is stronger now. She's better than Kun himself. And Kun is amazed, as so is Class 1A. Momo, she is way weaker than May. Alright? So yeah. Then again, Class 1A are still thinking Deku is dead. But the one with the highest hope that Deku is dead is Bakugo and All Might. Alright? So yeah. I'm about to end it off soon. Alright, cause they're still in the tower. So Deku, what he does after 10 billion years, he gets up. He's 10, like he's been inside that mind. He's been inside that space for infinites of years. But to the outside world, it's been 10 billion years. And Izuku's friends have already reached the 100 trillionth mark. As Izuku, he's gotten stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. But then he used Shinsu to put multipliers on the space, alright? Now, the gravity on the space, like the gravity we have now, he has billions, like, no, like 100 trillion times the regular Earth gravity. As he is so strong. Like him controlling gravity, just just pushing down could possibly body Uraraka's gravity. Like her zero gravity wouldn't even work compared to Deku's. And their quirks work inside of the thing. As Izuku, he used Shinsu and erased anything of One For All. And the One For All users notice this, that they do not have connection with Izuku. And they just see a silhouette of Izuku. Basically. They see, every time they look at Izuku, and it looks like Mizuno, except for the hat, except without the hat. So it looks like this. It looks like this. Like he looks like this. He's a black silhouette, but with like the star and lightning thing. That's all you can see. The star and lightning thing. You can't really see his face. That's all you can see. And they're wondering, what has Izuku become, and how is he so buff? So this clothes you see on him is armor, and the only time he will use the armor is when there's a serious threat, which will be never for Zuko. So yeah. So so that's strong. He is so strong. So he is so strong that he has like his possibilities have reached infinity. Like his knowledge, his possibility has reached infinity. With the shinsu that's outside, he releases shinsu outside, and people outside started noticing what shinsu is, and people outside the tower were teaching them what it is. So yeah, so they taught them what the shinsu is. As they're like, oh my god, they're getting stronger, but like there's barely any wave controllers like Izuku. Izuku, he's not only a regular, but he's the most powerful one at that. And everybody is, and nobody knows this. Nobody, because Deku, he does not make a presence. He does not make his presence known, alright? The only ones that know are Jihad, Bomb, Yuri, and Yurik. And Izuku is so powerful that just tapping could destroy planet Earth. Like, him getting pissed would be the worst thing to come across, but he's learned to calm himself down. He's learned to have such a mellow personality that him at his regular state would be cold. It's like him being cold to everybody. So yeah. So Izuku, his power, Pentamina, Pentamina's power level is no Tillion. Izuku, he reached Decillion, which is higher, and Pentamina notices and says, finally I can get beaten. As Pentamina will still be the writer of the story, but Izuku, he'll just be the strongest. He'll be rank 1. And he has not done anything with that black hole spear with the neutron star. He has trained with it inside that infinite space since there's nobody around, and this time, instead of it just having neutron stars, it has multiverses. So if it were to explode, it could destroy Earth. It could destroy, no, not just Earth. It could destroy the universe, alright? So yeah. Because Zuzu is too strong for this. He no multiverse. He could destroy multiverses without trying. So yeah. And yeah, so he looks like that. As like, and then after the 1 billion years, Izuku's silhouette in the One for All users thing. They see the eyes. They only see the eyes and it's red. They see the eyes and it's red. They see Izuku's red eyes. And it was in this time, it was like after the 1 billion years, when he reached the 10 billionth floor, he met Enryu. So Enryu taught him about the red magic and stuff like that, and his eyes turned red. He beat Enryu, he taught Enryu about the thing, and Enryu, he thanked Izuku, and he moved on with his day. So Izuku, he is super strong. So yeah. Now, he catches up with his friends who are now on the quadrillionth floor. As Izuku goes there, and he knows his friends are waiting for him with Pentamina, as he finally walks up there, and he cracks his neck and says, You know, Pentamina, you could have made this tower a little harder when you were creating it. As Pentamina and the rest look and they said, Izuku, as Pentamina smiles and says, But what's the fun in that? It'd make you tired. As Izuku says, you know damn well I don't get tired. As this time he doesn't pull out his sword. As Pentamina says, It's a good choice I pulled out mine. Because I can tell, you could probably destroy me if you were to use your sword. As Pentamina charges at Izuku and Izuku charges at him, and Pentamina hits Izuku's fist with the sword. As Izuku backs up and looks at his hand and sees he got a cut, and he says, Still unable to avoid cuts from you, huh? As he charges and he attacks Pentamina. Pentamina has infinite support. And Pentamina's power is infinite, alright? He just limits his power to the level of the tower. So yeah, he bodies Pentamina. Pentamina says he win. As he heals Pentamina, and Pentamina became his friend. As Izuku says, Do you want to come out to my world with me after we're done here? As he said, yeah. As Izuku, you may be wondering, how is Class 1A still alive? They should have been dead after 100 years. Well, that's because Izuku made a wish. That they'd have infinite immortality. When he made his immortality wish, he made them get immortality as well. And they were told that by an administrator, that an administrator, and they were like, alright then. As Izuku, the whole thing with the whole bang thing, just like how Enryu can control 10,000, Izuku, he doesn't just control 10,000, he can use quadrillions. So he's able to fill the planet with bang and still have some left over. Alright, he can fill the whole planet Earth with bang and still have a lot left over. And that's only how much big bang, like massive bangs, like bangs the size of Jupiter, alright? No, the sun. He can control billions. No, I said trillions, right? He can control trillions the size of the sun. Now, for those that are Jupiter's side, he can control quadrillions, and for the size of Earth, quintillions, and for the size of a regular mountain, infinites. That's how strong Izuku is. So, Izuku, his power in the bangs was so concentrated. Like he told Bomb that he met Enryu and stuff like that, and he said nice as he mastered it. As then the whole golden spear of Jihad's, it was leveled up by Izuku. The tip part, it now has the infinite affinity of darkness, or the void, the black hole thing. So it's able to suck things in now. And the whole circles you see here, they're planets. They're planets now. As they see that as, they're like, damn, he got stronger now. As Izuku says, yes. And he goes back into the void and meditates for the remainder of the 10,000 years. And the remainder of the 10 trillion years. And when he's done, Izuku, he doesn't have just one world. He has many universes under him. Like, hold on. It seems that there are omniverses and megaverses are the biggest one. Izuku, he has about 10 billion megaverses, and his power has reached the power of Phantamina, which is infinity, just like Izuku's. As now it's time for them to leave. Class 1A find out that they can now leave and enter the tower anytime they want, and they decide to leave. As Izuku, he decides to leave with Yurik, Phantamina, and friends. As they went to equip to get Enryu, and Enryu, he agreed. He surprisingly agreed as they left. And Izuku, he's currently ranked 1 when it comes to power in the tower. So yeah. So he gets out of the tower and everybody appears in class 1A. As that's where I'm gonna be leaving it off. This has been a 2-hour cycle. You crazy, bro? Nah, bro. You crazy? Shit, I'm not doing that. As everybody appears in the classroom. Aizawa's hair is longer. It's like it's like the length of Volley's hair, like Violet's. Yeah, I think his name is Violet. I call him Folly. That's the name of Bomb when he was in season 2, like the beginning of season 2. Yeah, he has that long hair. As Bakugo, he still has that spiky Pomeranian hair. And Todoroki, his hair is he changed his hair color. Basically, his hair is now completely white. He's able to use fire and ice shinsu. As Kaminari lightning shinsu. And yeah, as they all appear, as they all look, as Aizawa, he points to the back and says, "Who are you?" As he sees this person, and the one for all users thinking, "Is that him?" As they see Mizuno, and they're like, "Is that Izuku?" As Mizuno says, "Yo, can you tell your friends your old classmates to shut up?" As Jihad says, "Seriously, they're loud." As Bomb says, "Yeah, they are." As Izuku says, "Don't worry about it." As Enryu says, "Please make them be quiet." As Izuku, he turns around and says, alright. As he turns around and says, "Hey there, Class 1A. seems you guys enjoyed leaving me behind that day. As they hear leaving him behind, they're like, is that Izuku? As Bakugo charges at Izuku and says, damn Deku, how are you still not dead? As he tries to hit Deku, but he gets stopped by Yurik punching him in the face into the wall. And Yurik said, you know, you're really annoying. You're lucky it was me that punched you instead of anybody else here. Continue with that rampant and I'd kill you. As everybody saw the massive power of Yurik, and Yurik was Bakugo was the strongest apart from All Might, the strongest student. As everybody gets into a fighting stance and says, "Who are you?" As Izuku says, "Oh, so you forgot your own classmate and student, huh?" As Aizawa says, "Izuku?" As he says, "Yeah." As Izuku's about to leave, as they look on his back and they see these marks. As Aizawa says, problem child. As Izuku says, yeah, what is it? What are those marks on your back? As Mazino turns around and shows him the same mark. What, this mark? As Jihad, he he has the mark on him and says this mark as bomb shit. As bomb, he turns around and shows his neck. You mean this mark? As he sees that they all have the same mark, and so does Yuri. Yuri has the same mark. Bomb has the same neck mark as Izuku with the 9 rings. As they're like, what the hell? As Izuku says, don't worry about it. As he says, so, what's your positions? As they all say, oh, I'm a spearman, spear bearer, fisherman, and shit like that. As Izuku says, weak. As Mazino, Yuri, Enryu, Fantamina, and stuff like that, they look at Izuku, and Izuku says, what, you guys didn't expect me to walk away? It's weak. They're pathetic compared to me. As they all turn around and look at each other and said, fair point, as they're all walking away with Izuku. As Aizawa says, wait, what do you mean they're weak? As Izuku says, I could use any of the positions, but I'd rather stay with Wave Controller. As since now you can earn money from going into the tower. The higher of a place you go, the stronger you are. Like the stronger you are, like there are tournaments, like there are tournaments to see the higher. As Izuku, he goes to Inko's house and he looks like Yurik Mazino, and All For One heard about the tower and he went inside the tower and sees that it's hard for him to go up, even if his quirk is All For One, because it can't take quirks. And All For One is not a wave controller. He's not a wave controller. All For One's not a wave controller. He is a fisherman and a spearman. Shigaraki is not none of them are wave controller, alright? So yeah. So Deku goes to Inko's house looking like this, as the One For All users looked at him and they looked at his silhouette and they saw the tattoos. They saw this tattoo, this one, and this one, and this one appear on his back. And they were like, wait, that one was Izuku? As that's where I'm gonna be leaving it off. As as Izuku goes on Inko's door, he knocks on the door, and Inko says, alright, I'm coming. After she's been grieving, thinking that Izuku's been dead, because he hasn't come home in 2 months. Like, they haven't seen him in 2 months. As no, forget that. As they had to stay there for the night. As he left, as Hatsume ran after him, and said, Izuku, as he says, who are you? It doesn't matter, as he leaves. Because he's trying to avoid everyone at all cost. And he leaves to the cafeteria with Fantamina and friends. They're like, so you're gonna be cooking here? He says, yeah, I'll be cooking. As he cooks for them the most delicious meal. I'm gonna show you what the meal looks like. So yeah, as Deku goes inside the kitchen and he bring out this feast, and yeah, that's gonna be dessert for them. As they look at the food and they start chowing down, and it tastes good. Izuku, while he was making the food, he made sure that he made a bubble around the kitchen so that no smell of the food would come out. And he traps some of the smell of the food, like the good smells of the food, and he will release it after they're done eating the food. Like he eats the food and it tastes good. And everybody is big tummy. They have a big ass stomach. Yurik says, "Damn, this is the best thing I ever ate." And Luke says, "Well, I hope you guys have room for dessert." As he takes out cake, strawberry cake, as Yuri says, "What is this?" As Yuri starts eating it, as everybody eats it, and it tastes so good. Yuri, she's like, "Urza, hello, strawberry cake now." So yeah, and then after they're done eating, Izuku releases the smell. And class when they smelled this, and they ran to the kitchen, and they saw that it was all gone, and Izuku and friends just walking out of the bathroom, just licking their fingers, like dead ass. And they were like, "You didn't leave any for us?" As they looked at Izuku and said, "We're not the cooks, he is." As they pointed at Izuku, as Izuku says, "I'm not giving you nothing. You guys decided to leave me. You thought I was dead. I'm alive and well." As Bakugo charges at him again, but this time it was Yuri. Yuri kicked him in the face and said, "God damn it, for the last time, stop charging at Izuku." As every one of them is getting pissed. As Jihad says, "You know what, I'll just kill him." As Jihad, he charges up Cosmos. As everybody sees this, they're like, "What the hell is that?" As everybody thinks that they're about to die, Zuko says, "It's alright, Jihad. Don't need to worry about them." So, yeah. And then the morning, it comes in as... Oh, shit, sorry. Sorry you saw that. This is the second time. As... I'll leave it on Mizuno because that's how Izuku looks right now. So, yeah. As Izuku... In the morning, like, everybody went to sleep. Izuku put a barrier around him and his friends. As May tried to get inside that barrier, but sadly she couldn't get inside that barrier. She couldn't find any crack inside that barrier. It was a perfect barrier. Like, it has the power of a megaverse. Oh, it's raining outside. If you hear that, that's droplets hitting on the AC. It's finally raining. Beautiful day it is. Alright, so yeah. So, like, he has the power of a megaverse, and that megaverse has many different races. Like aliens, humans, demons, angels, many different races. He even has gods inside of them. He has gods inside of them. And those gods, those people... Yo, shit. Oh my god. You guys are gonna be hearing a lot of droplets because like it's raining outside. So yeah, so Izuku, yeah, it's raining heavily. It's raining heavy because for the past 2 days it's been hot. So Izuku, he does that, and each person is meditating. Basically, each person in those universes are meditating. They don't need food or anything. They're just living their regular life. The gods don't have power over those universes because they know Izuku has power. So they're just meditating and collecting shinsu. And Izuku is getting stronger and stronger. Not only that, those guys are making things like Izuku. They're making megaverses and stuff like that. And it's the gods that are making the megaverses first. So, in the morning, like Izuku in his dreams, he's still meditating. He talks to his powers and stuff like that. And so does Bomb. Sometimes Izuku would have connected dreams with everybody, with all six of them. They all six of them, every time they have a dream, if they're just sleeping at the same time, they have like connected dreams, like lucid dreams that are connected. As yeah, it's about the tower and they stuff like that. As they're just meditating and stuff like that with Izuku there to amplify their progress rate as they get stronger on the outside as well. So Izuku, when it's the morning, Nezu walks in and sees that there are people in UA. There are people in UA, and he runs to the kitchen and he sees those people sleeping. As Nezu, he calls up the other teachers as they walk in. As Izuku yells up, "Get up! Who are you people?" As Aizawa says, "Nezu, calm down." As Nezu says, "How do you know me?" As Nezu says, "It's me, Aizawa." As he says, "Aizawa, what happened to you?" As Aizawa says, "The tower, we got sucked into it." As Wait, as Nezu says, wait, you were chosen by that tower? As they said, yeah. So Class 1A and Class 1B, yeah. Class 1B's in there too. Class 1B got out as well, and stuff like that. Class 1B got out, but they decided to leave, alright? Class 1B got out, they decided to leave. So yeah, they left UA. Stuff like that. So Deku gets up and says, what's all the noise? As Izuku's friends are already woken up, like everybody else except for Izuku was woken up, and they said, well, it seems that your old principal, I think it is, has your principal has woken us up. As he says, oh, hey there, Nezu. As Nezu says, who are you? As Izuku says, I'm Izuku Midoriya. As he gets up, man, he says, oh god, that's tiring. As All Might says, Izuku Midoriya, he's dead. How are you alive? He's dead. Who are you? Stop impersonating him. As Izuku, he grabs All Might by the head, slams him into a wall, and says, you know, you shouldn't really think of people dead. I mean, you're the one that left me behind and didn't know that I was gonna get stronger than you. As All Might's pissed at this and says, what? And he attacks Izuku. Izuku catches it and sends him flying. As Izuku says, you know what? I'm about to end you. As Yurik says, nah, I got it. As he turns back to them and he's doing this pose as he makes the star and he throws it at All Might. It's a star that's not used. It's a star that he made that Izuku and him personally did to not hurt people. It will damage them but not kill them. So yeah. And All Might got healed, but yeah. He got healed and all, so yeah. And Nezu says, alright, we're done with every teacher has a meeting, you students can go home. And Suzuku goes home, knocks on the door, and he has like his friends with him as Inko opens the door and says, who are you? As Suzuku says, it's him. Inko hugs him and cries and says, I thought you were gone forever. As Suzuku explains what happened, how he got stuck into the tower, not about the adventure and stuff like that, but he just said that he went inside the tower and he got stronger. She says, oh, thank God. And she says, who is this? And she says, did it are my friends. So yeah, that's where I'm gonna be leaving it off. This has been a 2-hour long video, my first one ever. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and there will be a time where Izuku will go back inside of the tower to do what he wants. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, bye.